It's ready. It's ready. It's ready. Okay. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Give it, enough room to fry and not stick on each other. Good evening. Yeah, I'm cooking dinner for my family. So I'll be here cutting and doing all this other stuff. Okay. Okay. Frying chicken right now. How y'all doing? Pray all is well. Okay. Not a rush. There's this other stuff I have to fry pork chops too. So, let me clean this up. I don't want no mess around me. I want a clean area. Don't play that stuff. You crazy? What you think this is? All right. There we go. I'll put this out. Okay. Hey, thank you for stopping by. Okay, here we go. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I gotta put them in some bowls. Okay, what's going on? Let's see. I don't hear no more music playing. Alexa, hey, play today's news. Alexa, play today's news. Oh, Jesus, I'm gonna mess up the camera. Sorry. Alexa. Oh, this is out. Yeah, this is out. Oh, Lord. That's it, Tony. Now I gotta wait. That's it. That's all right. I gotta wait. That's it, Tay. 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 So I'm going to make potatoes. I want to try it a different way, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I just do it the regular way. But I'm cutting this in regular chunks, like this. See that? So, yes, I heard the skin is good for you. So I'm keeping the skin on. Screw all that stuff. Let's see if Alexa is working. Okay, she's blinking. She's blinking. She's blinking. Saying notification. Very good. Very good. Alexa, play today's news. Let's check. Uh-oh. Oh,
This
boy, that's
episode
it.
is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the
All right,
global commerce
Shopify.
platform that supercharges your selling.
What's going on, y'all?
With Shopify, you'll harness the same
Ooh,
intuitive features,
that
trusted
fried
apps, and
chicken
powerful
sure
analytics
smells
used
good
by
to
the world's
me.
leading brands. Sign up today for your
Hallelujah.
$1 per month trial
Yeah, yeah,
period at
yeah. Yeah,
shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
Oh,
Hello
goodness.
from CNN. I'm Apoma DK with the
Okay.
5 things you need to know for
Tay.
Tuesday, September
Tay.
24th. Israeli
She's been in
airstrikes
the
in
mood
Gaza
today,
have killed
child.
at least 30 people. That's according to eyewitnesses,
That's it.
journalists, and the
Tay.
government in Gaza.
That's
At
it.
least 4 children were killed when the
Yeah.
strike hit a house.
That's
It's
it,
unclear
baby.
whether the Israeli military had been
That's
targeting,
it, Tay.
but CNN has asked for comments. It
That's
comes
it.
as Israel continues to trade cross-border strikes with Iran.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to cut this, and she wants me to kiss her at the same time because she's saying sorry
And Lebanon's
for
health
her
ministry says an
actions.
Israeli
Well, you
strike
know, her
killed at least 6
attitude.
people and injured 15 others in southern Lebanon.
Autistic people be having
Today, Israeli
attitudes.
Prime
You hear
Minister
me?
Benjamin Netanyahu
Woo!
said the country is at war
Yeah.
with Hezbollah, not the Lebanese people.
Oh, you talking
But
about
CNN's
person
Lynn
on period?
Robertson brings up an important point.
Is it in reality going to have any traction in Lebanon? People are fleeing
Lord,
for
what they
their
talking
lives.
about
They're
now?
afraid. Hundreds of people have lost their lives already.
Lord.
Tens of thousands of people have
For real?
taken to flight from the south of Lebanon further north.
Oh, they
and others
talking about
also have been seen
what's the
crossing
name of that
from
thing?
Lebanon into Syria to try
Foreign
to get
country.
away from the possibility of Israeli airstrikes.
Wow.
Thousands and thousands.
I'm telling you, we need to stop this war crap. Don't they all know that we all human beings? I don't get why they don't get it. I don't understand that.
That's President Joe Biden addressing the UN General
I don't
Assembly
get
this
it.
morning. He lamented the death toll and
It
calls
pisses
out
me
by
off so
innocent
much when
civilians
people
on both
just
sides of
swear
the
up and down that you're not a human
and
being.
reiterate
Ah,
calls for a
you
ceasefire.
crazy? Kiss my natural black tail. Ah, I am who God created me to be. Hello. And if you don't like it, that's tough chitlins, honey. Okay? I am a human being. I don't understand why we gotta keep telling these people that we're human beings. What is the deal with that? I just don't understand. Can somebody tell y'all? Sorry for the knife. Tell me, please, what is the purpose? You know, sometimes I question those people that question if I am a human being. What is you? Are you not a human being? What is you? Are you one of the aliens things that y'all be talking about? You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. Because doggone it, I'm a human being. Okay? A woman, that's who God made me to be, or what? I don't care about all that other stuff. I'm not even down with no sexuality for nothing. To tell you the truth, I'm down for my relationship with the Creator. Okay, that's what I'm down with. I'm focused. I don't know about y'all, but I'm focused. I'm at peace with myself. You know, things in my life is moving along the way God planned it, and I'm gonna keep on keeping on. How about that? Get all that other stuff. They so weird, yo. I just don't get it. You know what I mean? So, what was that, a bowl?
It can happen after a string was
Let's
worked out.
see.
The university spokesperson said about 50 team members participated in supervised workout last week. Initially, 9 of those students required hospitalization for rhabdo. Trump
And I got
says
to
his
make sure that
postponing
both
practice
sides are
appointed an independent
evenly.
investigator to review what
Okay.
happened.
Pick one
Coming
up.
up, new rules for California teenagers.
Yeah, it's still, I still say
This
it's
is
still
an
a
ad
little
from
bit,
BetterHelp. As kids, we were always
a
learning
little
and
bit too
growing.
light for me.
But at some point as adults, we tend to
I'm
lose
not
that
ready for
sense
that.
of curiosity and
That
excitement.
thing even.
Therapy can help you continue that journey because
So,
your back-to-school era can come at any age. And
what's
BetterHelp
going
makes it
on?
easy to
Y'all
get
talk to
started.
me.
With affordable online therapy, you can
I
move
can
anywhere.
read. Have any questions? I will answer.
Visit
I don't care what it is.
BetterHelp.com/5goodthings today
Okay.
to get 10% off
Let's
your
chat.
first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com.
Alexa, turn it down 4 notches. Okay, yeah, thank you. That was quite loud. Quite. Okay, quite. Yeah, so got any questions? I'm willing to answer. You have any questions about my platform? Or do you have any questions about my response to any news? What's going on today? You know what I mean? Political, honey, I make jokes. So if you want to holler, yeah, ask me a question about politics. Because I will floor you, okay? You will holler. I know that, Tay. Yeah, she's nonverbal autistic. If you wanted to know why she's not using words, she's nonverbal. And you know, every family is different. And Anytime, let me talk about the political for a second. Anytime anybody say anything about disabled people, don't get me started. Okay? Oh, honey, gal, honey, please, honey, honey. Okay? I will go off in Jesus' name. Okay? I sure would. Yes, I did. I don't care who it is. And you know, for an example, um, Wall's son, you know how he was so happy for his daddy and everything. And and then some jerks going around, oh, this is not weird. Uh no, it's not. You're weird maybe for thinking that's weird. You know what I mean? You don't know what love look like? Oh, okay. That shows me that you don't know nothing about love. That little boy love his daddy. You kidding me? And grateful. And grateful to see such an accomplishment in his father's life. Ugh. People want to say that's weird. Yeah, please. Okay. Mm-mm. You weird thinking like that. And you weird for not knowing what love look like. Uh-oh. Did I say something? Oh my Lord. And then if you don't know what love looks like, it is obviously you don't know about God because God is love. Uh-oh. Did I say something again? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Ooh, yeah, this is nice and breaded. Let me turn this around so I can do this right. Okay, there we go. Yes, the breading is so thick, so thick. It's like crispy chicken. Oh yeah, the breading is so thick. The breading is so thick. All right, yes sir. So we're gonna continue to cut these potatoes because I have to cook them. Should I do it in the pan? I would love to, but I don't know. They do like they may want it fried. I might do fried potatoes, not fried like French fries type, but like hash browns if you go to a restaurant, but it's not sliced like that. It's just little square chunks or whatever you want to call them things. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, about Wall's son, and he has a disability, and when you talk about a child to me and they got disability, and you trying to you know talk mean and everything, trust and believe me, I got your tail. Okay, I got your tail. Uh-huh. We don't do that to the disabled people. You don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do that, and God forbid if you have a child, I've seen it happen. And I'm not saying that it happened to me, but I've seen it happen. They joked about somebody and they had a disability and they ended up having a child like that. Stop playing. Okay? God don't play. God do not play when it comes down to their disability. People, God do not play. Nah, man, he don't play. Stop playing with the disability people, okay? I stand up for them. As well as I stand up for children. Yes, I do. And I'm proud of the accomplishments that I have done with the children, and in this education system. I don't do it no more. They're too busy trying to shoot folks. I love my life. Thank you. Okay. So don't ask me to go back into the system because I'm not. I'll make my own school, okay? I will make my own school if I have to. The school of morals. Oh my God. Adults need that. That don't even make no sense. You know what I mean? A school of morals, okay? Teach these people, Lord. Teach them, Lord. My God. Yeah, I got 3 more potatoes to go. And after a while, okay, did she go in? I think she did. Yeah. Cause I gotta get, let me see. I'm gonna take that out. Should I use that bowl? I think I will. I'm gonna use the bowl for chicken and everything to drain it. All right. I'm gonna use the bowl. And get the paper towels. I'm gonna have to turn this around one more time. Oh, that's right. They want me to make this too. Ooh, we're gonna have a full meal tonight. Yeah. All right. Why is she going to my room for? Why she go to my room? She knows she do. It's all right. I be yoke. That girl knows she slick. Mm-hmm. Go sneaking in my room. It's all right. Ain't nothing in there anyway. You better not change no clothes. Right, yeah. Very good. Yeah. Uh-huh. I got to make sure that both sides are done. Nice and select. Yeah, I can't have my feelings. It's really funky. That's the flour. Fried chicken. Give me that fried chicken. Give me that fried chicken. Let me see. I think I will use another pan for potatoes. So I'm gonna use this for the vegetable. Okay, I gotta open that can. Oh no, I'm not done. I'm not done. Okay, 3 more potatoes to cook. Oh, have mercy. Let me cut these now in half. Oh, Alexa, turn it up 3 notches.
We are not losing jobs, so that's very good. There are some other things that are kind of troubling, like default rates on credit cards have gone up. That's a sign that consumers are under stress. So is the fact that the savings rate has gone down. So, like, basically, of your paycheck each month, how much of it do you spend? How much of it do you squirrel away? The share that's being squirreled away has been shrinking in the past few months, which suggests that consumers have a little bit less of a cushion.
Is that because consumers need a little more cash flow?
So come on, Kamala.
Increase in prices?
Yeah, so they've continued to spend even as
Because we need cushion. I'm tired of sitting on steel.
They had a really healthy cushion in terms of like how much savings they had stockpiled for a few different reasons. One was that they were trapped at home early on during the pandemic.
Talk to the president. I know you can't do but
right?
so much.
So people weren't going out, they weren't traveling, they they were buying a bunch of
working
waffle
on
irons
trying to
and
get
sports
in
equipment
on
and other things for their
talk to the
homes.
president so he can sign some bills and
Purchases were being put off, so they had
forget
savings
about
from
these
that.
scally
They also had
wags that's
savings
trying
from
to
the
keep
fact
us from
that
passing
the
bills.
government
Scally
transferred
wags.
them a bunch of cash. Right? We had near universal stimulus checks.
Scally wags. Scally wags.
We had a bunch of other
Scally
programs
wags.
people.
Scally wags.
And that's partly what contributed to price growth, right? That people were, as the economy reopened and they started going coming out again. They started going out to eat, started traveling, and buying even more stuff, more experience-based goods as well. They had all this pent-up demand, and the number of restaurants, couldn't accommodate them. The number of hotels couldn't accommodate this huge amount of demand. So that ended up with higher prices. And then people kept spending and spending and spending despite those higher prices. Now they continue to spend. They sort of spent down that savings that they had. And, as each paycheck comes in, it seems like they've kind of gotten used to a certain lifestyle. Continuing to spend.
That's the fried chicken.
There's less of a mark they can't use what's already in the
It's
bank account.
crispy
They're
for
using more of
sure.
that paycheck.
I hope they
So
got
I think that's
good
all
strength on their
characterize
teeth
what's
when
going
you
on.
start.
And,
By the way, you described, because I actually like giving yourself the same timing and thinking,
I have to open up the cans quick. Normally I don't like eating canned food.
I mean, there's a lot of other stuff going
Right
on
now,
in
this is
the
what we
too,
got until we get to the
obviously.
store.
But these are some
You
food,
know?
red flags, yellow flags, that
I'm not
if
going
things
to
go
that. We're
awry,
going sometime
if
this
there
week.
is, heaven forbid, a wave of layoffs, and again,
I mean, I
there's no
had
evidence
a
that
busy
that's
day.
on the horizon right
A
now.
busy day. That's why I didn't even get on earlier.
A lot,
Okay. And I'm still busy because after doing this, I got to do some more
there's some
paperwork.
sort of underlying
You know what I
financial
mean?
stress.
So, yeah.
Obviously, Americans have been complaining about financial
Come
stress
on
for a
now.
very long time, for several years, even if they weren't always
They
acting
said financial
right? You
stress,
saw
huh?
it in the survey numbers. People were really said that they were really frustrated.
Job
with
or
prices,
not,
and
they
yet
still financially
installed
stressed.
them anyway and keep spending. But at some point,
That's telling.
that may not become sustainable.
Very telling.
Jobs, they're continuing to get raises. It can go on for a while.
Very
So the
telling.
hope is that, get to more of a settled, sustainable path where people are getting jobs, they're able to spend sustainably.
Yeah, but they ain't paying enough and they're not getting the benefits like they should.
And we don't have a recession. So that would be great. That would be great.
And I want, winky things when they bringing things down. And, I ain't working with no people like that. Crazy. No. That's all. Work for myself. Jesus.
Welcome back. We're here with Catherine Rebel, columnist for the Washington Post and an economic and political commentator here at CNN. We're talking about the economy and the election and how voters' feelings about the economy will influence the outcome in November.
Okay, I want to check.
That is where I want to get you how your time covering the economy and its impact on people when I hate it. Pretty good.
I'm opening this stuff right now. It looks like it's all dirty stuff. Very nice. That's why it's in fire. Because it's cool. That's my brother.
And how people feel about it. Again, on paper, very strong gatekeeper. On political significance, but it's still historically very low.
Operation.
We're still adding jobs.
We gotta make sure it's not bloody.
All of those traditional indicators suggest that the economy is
Look what I do here. I'm not cooking no bloody chicken.
I think there is something to the idea that their view on the economy, like everything else, is shaped by what they hear from their political leaders and from the media, etc. So I don't want to completely discount that perception can be valuable. But I do think that it's reasonable for people to be bummed out to some extent about the economy because, after all, we did have
I'm making sure this chicken is cooked.
that has moderated more recently. But in 2022, 2023, we had very fast price growth. And prices are not going to
Operation number 3.
I think that's
Yeah.
the overall price level generally does not fall. Like individually, again, prices can go up, can go down. You can have bird flu, you can get prices go up, they go down. Individually, there can be some movement, but the overall price level, the overall direction of what's going down is usually a sign of a very sick economy. That's what happened during the Depression. When prices are falling and people stop buying things, people are waiting for stuff to get cheaper. Anyway, that's a situation we don't want to get into. That's not super intuitive to a normal person, understandably. So I think there has been this expectation among many consumers that things are going to go back to how they were. That's just never going to happen. So people are always going to be this. So I
I'll do this over
So
here.
some of it is just like people need to get acclimated to the new price level. Just like, people got acclimated to the idea that a cup of coffee is no longer, whatever, 25 cents, or it wasn't some ancestors day, and, today it's several dollars. It takes time. So I think it's partly about that. I think that there is actually sort of a mental tax that inflation can represent for a lot of people, in the sense that going to the grocery store, you had a routine, you knew, like, you get this, you get the peanut butter, you get the milk, you get the bread, whatever, and it kind of comes out to a certain amount. And now you're facing sticker shock. Again, partly because you're not that much.
Now it's gonna cook the wood for you. I mean, it's done. Not done on the inside. I'm not doing that mess. That was like,
I think all of that stuff is really taxing, having to think about,
yes, sir.
is it worth it for
Cutting
me
that thing.
to,
Make sure the inside cook.
like get soccer games?
In my home, I'm gonna cook it well.
I think all of that can wear on people. And
He's all
beyond
gone
that,
too. Nobody down in this house today.
wages are growing faster than
Presentation.
prices. That was not the case for a while. But today, people are actually getting
Fuck that.
prices
This
that are
ain't no
outpacing
restaurant.
price growth, which is good. But they don't feel it
Yeah,
in
please
the
shut
sense
your
that
mouth. No.
because price growth still
I'm gonna do it my way.
Like part of that raise
Okay?
has been
My
robbed
kitchen.
from it. There's this line about how
That
a
rabbit.
raise is something I deserve, and inflation
I'm
is
gonna
something
cook
that
it my
happens to me.
way.
Even though they're
And I
both
ain't got
actually
time to
kind
be
of the
doing
same
all that
thing. Part of the
beauty
reason
stuff.
why wages
It
have
goes
gone
down
up
one
is that employers are responding to demand from their
I'm
workers
just
to,
playing.
to keep up with the cost of living or
Having
beyond.
fun.
So I think
This
it's like
podcast
this
sounds
sort
like
of
it's a whole bunch
constant
of
feeling of
complaining
just being
right now. So.
exhausted.
Alexa. Play. She gonna say something.
Hey everyone, I'm David Chalian, CNN's political director, and welcome to the CNN Political Briefing.
Oh, I don't want no political nothing. Don't they have like a funny podcast where we can laugh and stuff? See, that's why y'all need to go to mine. You know what I mean? Go to my podcast. You gonna holler. Okay? We label up, same thing. You know what you see on the thing. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Go meet me there. Well, no, it's just podcast. Hey, you can chat with me anytime. I get your messages and I'll answer. Whatever. I don't care what you ask. You know, just be appropriate, like, with respect. That's all I ask you. Give me the respect. I will respect you. I'll respect you. I'll respect you, absolutely, as a human being. That's what we need to start doing. Stop acting like barbaric folks. You know what I mean? This is not the Flintstones. This is not the Flintstones, honey. Damn. Take on the chicken.
She's also an economic and political commentator.
Yeah.
She joined me
Oh, my Lord. Yeah.
and how Americans are feeling about their finances right
Woo! Yes, Lord.
now.
Thank you, Jesus.
Great to be here.
So let's start
Oh,
with the
glory.
economic news of the week.
Thank you,
For
Lord.
the first time since the pandemic, the first
Yes.
time during the course of the Biden administration, the Federal Reserve cut interest rates.
Woo!
And I guess I have two questions.
Thank you, Jesus.
But
That thing was good.
when the
Lord.
central bank cuts
Hallelujah.
interest rates, what does that mean for people?
I don't care. It's cut
the
up.
Fed
I don't
is
care.
cutting its overnight
It's my
interest
house.
rate,
It's my kitchen.
and pretty much every other interest rate for every
Ooh,
other
remember that
credit
little
product that
cartoon
exists in
things?
the
People
United
that's
States
over
is benchmarked off of that.
45, I would say.
So when the Fed
That cartoon, and
cuts
she's
what's
like,
called
it's
the
my
Fed
cat,
funds rate,
my
that
dog,
should eventually
my
trickle
lamp,
through
my
to
living room
mortgage
set,
rates,
my
credit card
refrigerator.
rates, auto loan rates, etc.
That was on
It's not
Sesame
like an
Street. That
exact
thing, my father used to
science, like
holler.
you can't just say, okay,
He used to
the
love
Fed's
that. I
rate
was
is
like, Daddy, you like
X, so my
Sesame
mortgage rate
Street?
will be like X plus 3 or whatever, but they are related. So the reason why this
Oh,
really matters
man,
for
what
consumers
childhood
right
I had.
now is that mortgage rates are very
Something
high,
else.
obviously.
Something else.
Lots of
I look
financial
on the
products are
good.
very
I don't always
expensive,
do the
and
bad.
that
You
has
know
been
what I'm
painful
saying?
for people.
But
There's
if
a
I
reason
do the
why
bad, I
the Fed
learn
thought
from
that
it.
was necessary, which is that we had
That's for
inflation.
sure.
They kind
I
of
learned
wanted
from
to
it.
dampen consumer
Everybody,
demand,
learn from your
and
mistakes or
the
learn
actions
from
they
your
have suggested that they think
experience.
that they did.
You know what I
That
mean?
the war on inflation
right.
is not quite over, but it's headed in the right
That's
direction.
the last of the Mohicans. I'm
And
about
now
to
is
take
the
the chicken
time
out.
to start potentially
All
stimulating
right.
and to stop
Very
restricting
good.
it so much.
I
So
like
that's
chicken.
interesting because if
Mm.
you think that the economy needs to be stimulated, I assume that I'm not an economist here, so help me out. But that would seem to suggest, especially, I guess, if you're going to do this 50 basis point cut instead of 25, that perhaps you think the economy is, on the books of it, looking at it, weaker than perhaps has been suggested, let's say, by the administration.
If you listen to what the Fed Chair Jay
Chicken.
Powell said and like what's in the statement that came out
All right
today,
now.
they don't
I
say
got
the
one more
economy is
frying
bad.
to
They
do.
say the economy is good. That
All
they're
right.
kind of happy with where things are,
Here we
and they
go.
want to keep stuff. They want to keep the good thing going.
Our economy is strong overall and has made significant progress toward our goals over the past 2 years. We're committed to maintaining our economy's strength by supporting maximum employment and returning inflation to our 2% goal.
I wouldn't read their
Okay.
messaging to mean they expect
Okay,
like an
very
imminent
good.
recession or anything like that. Everything that they have said suggests that
That's
they
it. For this
believe
bag, I'm
that the economy
trashing.
is still going to get that coveted
All right.
soft landing, which basically
Right back in the
means
trash.
we got out of this really inflationary period without, hopefully, knock on wood, having a recession. You know, that we
Okay.
managed to like cool inflation
Now.
without killing the economy
Here's the
altogether.
pot
So that's kind of a baseline scenario,
for,
even if
I
there's,
got this
you know,
the top
some
of
hints of worry about soft patches of need. Like I said,
Okay.
unemployment rate has gone up. There's some other
Um,
indicators, you know, that
vegetables.
like investment is
Oh, and
slowing
I'm
and
going to
things like that.
start
So
the
not
pan
everything
of,
is great, but I don't think I would read anything that they've said today to mean like they're freaking out about the economy. This was a really big rate cut. So that in and of itself might signal
that the flight is over and we've landed, because I feel like I've been hearing about sticking this soft landing for 10 months now in some way, and like I don't understand how long the landing process is.
that's a good question. I think maybe we can finally get rid of this metaphor when
Thank you.
the inflation rate is actually at 2%
goodness.
and we don't have a recession.
Okay.
So right now, it's not there.
Okay.
Like, it's come down a lot. It's in the, you know, depending on which metric you look at, you know, it's 2.5%, something like that. It's the mid-twos, let's say.
We got no more brief. Damn that.
And a sustainable
Improvise time.
If we get to that point, and we don't have a recession, I think that means the landing has been achieved. We can move on to different metaphors, hopefully less annoying ones.
But it means that if you hear President Biden
I gotta
say,
find out what's going
or
on
somebody
with
else in the
that,
administration, you know, we stuck
You know
the
what I
soft
mean?
landing, we're
So,
saying that
Make
that's
sure that this
premature.
pot is
It's a
good.
little
Yep,
premature.
it's wonderful.
You know, everything that the Fed does is very understated. Their job is to like not make news to the extent
A drop of
possible.
water went in there.
Somebody
My
asked
bad. Oh,
Powell during his press conference, "Are you saying mission accomplished?" And he said, "No, I'm not saying mission accomplished. We still have more to go." But as I said, kind of everything else they were communicating made it sound like, okay, we've sort of,
I mean,
if we haven't
open this.
entirely moved on from the inflation fight, we've mostly moved on.
Oh, come
And
on.
now
Don't
they're
start
looking
with
at
me
other
now
things. They're
today.
less concerned about
Please.
inflation. They're more concerned about the softening job market. That I think that's about as close to a mission accomplished type
I hate this thing.
evolution as you can expect, even if they're not willing
Come
to
on,
like.
work for me. I don't hate you. I don't hate you.
Lots of political lessons
What
there.
for me?
Not saying mission accomplished or banner behind you saying that.
I don't hate you.
mentioned the softness in the labor market as a
Never.
potential warning sign.
Don't
You
talk too
mentioned
many
something
utensils.
about softening in
And here we
investments.
go. Look at
How
that.
else do
I'm
you,
not
when
gonna
you,
open it.
Catherine, are just sort of looking at the state of the American economy, like how do you assess it overall right now? How would you describe the current state of the economy?
I think the economy
Oh, I
is
gotta get the
still
water
very
cup
good.
in there.
There are some vulnerabilities in it. So like I said, unemployment has ticked up a little bit. We're still adding jobs. We're adding fewer jobs each month than we had been, but you know, on net we are not losing jobs, so that's very good. There's some other things that are kind of troubling, like default rates on credit cards have gone up that's a sign that consumers are under stress. So is the fact that the savings rate
Okay.
has gone down. So like
I hope
basically
she
of
comes
your
back.
paycheck each month,
I mean,
how much of it do
no,
you
no,
spend, how much of it do you squirrel away?
that's
The
it.
share that's being squirreled
it.
away has been shrinking in the past
If
few
you're
months,
asking why
which
I don't
suggests that
have,
consumers have a little bit less of a cushion.
Is that because consumers need
Hey.
a little more cash flow, or the
absolutely. I pray
prices?
all the time,
So
honey.
they're
I do.
continuing to spend even
I
as prices are going up.
Actually pray
And
that
for a
we
while
can
they
search
had
within our
a
hearts.
really healthy cushion in terms of
And
like how
find
much
joy.
savings they had stockpiled for a few
Find a
different
little
reasons. One was that
glimpse
they were trapped at
of
home early on
more.
during the pandemic
You
and
know,
not able to
it
spend.
starts from
Right,
within.
so
That's the
people weren't
deal.
going
That's the
out, they
thing.
weren't traveling.
It
They,
starts
they
from
were
within.
buying a bunch
You know?
of waffle irons and sports equipment
Sorry,
and
my
other
daughter's
things for
distracted.
their homes. But a lot of other big ticket purchases
Okay,
were
let me
being
turn
bought,
this
so they had
around.
savings from that. They also had savings from the fact that the government transferred them a bunch of cash. Right? We had near universal stimulus checks, 3 rounds of them, 2 under Trump, 1 under
Yes,
Biden.
absolutely.
We had
I
a bunch
do
of
pray.
other
You know,
programs where the government sent cash to people.
I ask God
So people
that,
were
you
sitting
know,
on a lot of money. And
anybody I
that's
talk
partly
to
what contributed to
online or
price
whatever.
growth.
It's
Right?
right here, baby.
People were, as the economy
Oh, you
reopened,
got
they
another one?
started going out again. They started going out to eat. They started traveling and buying even more stuff, more experience-based goods as well. They had all this pent-up demand, and the number of restaurants, couldn't accommodate them. The number of hotels couldn't accommodate this huge amount of demand. So that ended up with higher prices. And then people kept spending and spending and spending despite those higher prices. Now they've continued to spend. They sort of spent down that savings that they had. And, as each paycheck comes in, it seems like they've kind of gotten used to a certain lifestyle, continuing to spend, but, there's less of a margin. They can't use what's already in the bank account. They're using more of that paycheck. So I think that's sort of how I would characterize what's going on.
I love, by the way, the way you describe, because I asked you to give me your sense of the economy, and you did it all from the consumer's perspective, and I love that, because that is how we look at the economy.
I mean, there's a lot of other stuff going on in the economy too.
Oh, you got one of them?
But these are some red flags, yellow flags that if things go awry, if there is, heaven forbid, a wave of layoffs, and again, there's no evidence that that's on the horizon right now. But if there is, it means that people don't have a lot to fall back on, and that would be concerning. But there's some sort of underlying financial stress.
Y'all want bread with it too?
Obviously, Americans have been complaining about financial stress for a very long time, for several years, even if they weren't always acting on it, right? Like you saw in the survey numbers, people were really said that they were really frustrated with high prices, and yet they managed to swallow them anyway and keep spending. But at some point, that may not become sustainable. Now, if they're continuing to get jobs, they're continuing to get raises, it can go on for a while. So the hope is that, we get to more of a settled, sustainable path where people are getting jobs, they're able to spend sustainably without using up their nest egg, and we don't have a recession. So that would be great.
That would be great, and it's a good place to take a quick break. We're going to have a lot more with Catherine Rampell in just a moment. Welcome back. We're here with Catherine Rampell, columnist for the Washington Post and an economic and political commentator here at CNN. We're talking about the economy and the election and how voters' feelings about the economy could influence the outcome in November. Catherine, that is where I want to take everything we were talking about earlier. How, in your time covering the economy and its impact on people, how do you square when the economy looks pretty good, as you described that it is, and people just
hate it?
Yeah, they're just not feeling that. How do you square that?
It has been difficult to figure out how to think about this because there does seem to be a huge disconnect between how the economy looks on paper and how people feel about it. Again, on paper, very strong GDP growth. Unemployment has ticked up a bit, but it's still at historically very low levels. We're still adding jobs. People are still spending money. All of those traditional indicators would suggest that the economy is really strong, and yet consumers are super mad and mad about it. I think there is something to the idea that their
That's all
view on the economy, like everything else, is shaped
Yeah,
by
I
what
mean,
they hear
I
from their
don't even
political
know.
leaders and from the media, etc. So I don't want to completely discount that perception can be
Okay,
malleable. But I do
Make
think
sure
that
no
it's
onions.
reasonable for people to be bummed out to some extent about the economy because, after all, we did have
All right.
huge
All
run-up
the
in
meat.
prices. That has moderated more
All
recently, but in 2022, 2023, we had very fast price growth, and prices are not going to go back down. I think
I mean,
there's
that's the thing, right? Prices don't ever
Right.
go back down to some
The meat's
earlier
on
era, right?
the overall price level generally does not go
Yeah,
like
just
individual
gotta do
things.
regular
Prices can go
potato
up, can go
tank.
down. You can have a bird flu and eggs.
Oh, you want it
Prices go up,
clear?
they go down. Individual things, you know,
Go ahead.
there can be some
ahead.
movement, but the overall price level, the overall direction of prices in the economy is always going up. And in fact, if the overall price level is going down, that's usually a sign that you have a very sick economy. That's what happened during the Great Depression. You know, when prices are falling, then people stop buying things because they're like waiting for stuff to get cheaper. Anyway, that's a situation you
Let me
don't
know
want
when
to
you're
get in,
done,
but that's
baby.
not super intuitive to a normal person, understandably. So I think there has been this expectation among many consumers that to how they were, and that's just never going to happen. So people are always going to be
She
disappointed.
takes
So I think
over.
that's
Take
part of
over
it.
spirit.
So some of it is just like people need to get acclimated to the new price level. Just like, people got acclimated to the idea that a cup of coffee is no longer,
Good job.
whatever, 25 cents or it was in some ancestors' day, and, today it's several
You ain't got
dollars.
no
It takes
onions.
time. So I think it's partly about that. I think that there is
Go to
actually
onions
sort of a
and,
mental tax
potato.
that inflation can represent for a lot of people, in the sense that
Go ahead.
going to the grocery store, you had a routine, you
Where's my
knew,
daddy?
like, you get this, you get the peanut butter, you get the milk, you get the bread, whatever, and it kind of comes out to a certain amount. And now you're facing sticker shock. Again, partly because you're not acclimated to that higher price level, but you have to do a little bit more like mental math when you're in the grocery store. You have to think, well, should I get this peanut butter, or should I trade down to the private label brand? And I think all of that stuff is really taxing, having to think about. It's worth it for me to drive to soccer games and to the gas station. I think all of that can wear on people. And beyond that, now wages are growing faster than prices.
That's
That
enough
was
oil
not
for
the
me.
case
I
for a
don't know.
while, but today it is. People are
My
actually
daddy would put
getting
more though.
raises that are
I
outpacing price
ain't gonna put
growth,
some
which is
butter
good.
though.
But they don't feel it
And then I'm
in
gonna
the
put the
sense
seasoning
that
on it.
because price growth still has been strong, they feel like part of that
There you
raise
go, yeah.
has been robbed from them. There's this line about how, a raise is something I deserve, and
Okay.
inflation is something that happened to me.
Oh, she did
Even
it.
though
Thank you,
they're both
Jesus.
actually kind of the same thing. Part of the reason why
Okay.
wages have been going up is that
Yeah, thank you,
employers
baby.
are responding to demand from their workers to,
Yeah.
to keep up with the cost of living or beyond. So I think it's like this sort of constant feeling of just being exhausted by inflation and
I
having your
forgot who sings that
meritorious
song.
raise kind of robbed from you. I think there's a
Lord have
lot of
mercy.
that.
She had to use a knife.
And I think that
Poor
there's also
baby.
just a lot of discontent and
We need
partisanship,
to
frankly, from voters, right?
No doubt about that. And on that partisanship, obviously, the Trump campaign, the Harris campaign, I would not say they have put out tons of detailed policy proposals of what they would do on the economy. Trump's had
Okay,
more
how we
time. He's
doing
been
over
running
there?
for office for nearly 2 years. So there's a few more, I think, policies out there.
Okay.
I mean, arguably like 9 years now. But
Yeah, fair.
Mhm.
He also,
That's
yes,
it.
has a record to run on, no
Okay.
doubt. But as you look at what they have put forward,
That's it.
what is your assessment of the impact on the economy if Trump were to be reelected versus if Harris were to be
Okay, let me
elected?
get the scoop
So if you look at
of
the
butter here.
proposals that Trump has put
A
out, to the
scoop of
extent that
butter.
he has put anything out,
All
they
right.
are almost all things that would actually worsen inflation and hurt economic growth. So I'm referring to things like having a global tariff of 10 to 20% on all goods, plus maybe 60% to 100% on Chinese goods. That is a tax on products.
Harris calls it the Trump sales tax. That's how she brands that.
It's similar in some ways to a sales tax. It's an excise tax of some
I
kind.
don't want to
Probably
burn
not a tariff.
myself. That's
Tariff
why I
is a
got
tax.
this burn here right
And
here.
some of that
I got to
tax will
concentrate. I'm
pass along to
burning
consumers.
myself.
Maybe not 100%. I think
That's
she
it.
overstated by saying like all of it's going to go to consumers, but if you look at his previous round of tariffs, almost all of it was passed along to consumers. So I think that's a reasonable model. So that's going to raise prices. Deporting, he now says like 20 million people. I don't know how he gets that number, but deporting a large share of the workforce also likely to raise prices because a lot of those people he's likely to deport are working in agriculture, they're working in food services, they're working in lots of industries where there are worker shortages often, where there's a high share of immigrants who take those jobs in part because Americans don't want them.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but business leaders get real value out of that immigrant population doing the work that they're doing.
Yes, and consumers. If you don't have somebody milking the cows, if you don't have somebody picking the cabbage, you're going to have less milk and less cabbage, or whatever, insert your preferred grocery item there. So that's likely to raise prices. His advisors have also talked about devaluing the dollar. That's a technical, wonky sounding term, but it basically means a dollar buys less stuff. And that is literally inflation, but he wants to do it, to devalue the dollar to make us more competitive against other countries. Now, it has some upsides, but it has a lot of downsides. That's likely to make inflation worse. And then the thing that I'm most freaked out about is that he wants to politicize the Federal Reserve. He has been pretty explicit about this, and there's a reason why the Fed is independent, because you don't want politicians controlling the money supply.
I hide it because my daughter.
There's always a temptation to print more and more money to stimulate the economy, to pay off debts, things like that.
Okay.
And it's how you get
Y'all got all these
inflationary,
balls and stuff falling down.
cases like Venezuela or Argentina or pre-Euro Italy or lots of other Zimbabwe, lots of other places.
And we have some not too distant history.
Yes.
Is in this country, do we not?
Yes, not as bad. But yes, Richard Nixon leaned on a then Fed chair, Arthur Burns, to try to get him to print a little more money, essentially to help Richard Nixon in an election. And that contributed to the very bad inflation that we experienced in the 70s. It wasn't the only thing, but it was bad. And then since then, Paul Volcker came in, he jacked up interest rates. It was super painful. We had back-to-back recessions, but he convinced everyone that it was credible that the Fed was independent, that they were willing to do painful things, that they weren't under the thumb of politicians. And ever since then, every Fed chair, every Fed official has worked to safeguard that reputation. Trump wants to take it away. And again, it's wonky. Like, most people don't even know what the Fed does, and that's totally fine. But if that happened, then you could imagine much worse outcomes.
Right. So these big ticket items you say, and a lot of economists have discussed, they'd be inflationary. How about some of the big ticket items she has put forward? What is the consensus about her plans?
So some of her stuff I think is silly. The price gouging stuff that she led with, it's not even clear what that would mean, and she's since walked back. I've been very critical of that. Some of the other things that she has released since then, I think have a little bit more meat on the bones. And some of them are good, some of them are
so give me a second.
Mediocre, and some of them may be bad. But she's been a lot clearer on what she would do on the tax side of things. So one policy of hers that I am a fan of is expanding the child tax credit, and in fact increasing it, especially for the parents of newborns, that they would get $6,000 per newborn baby for the first year of the baby's life, because babies are expensive. Will that have a huge effect on the economy? Probably not. I think it's like there are not that many babies born each year for it to affect the economy. But it will make a big difference to individual families. She has also talked about other tax proposals, things like increasing the amount that a startup can deduct on its taxes. Again, I don't know that that's really going to do her brand. She wants to fight back against the idea that she's anti-business. She wants to emphasize the idea that she's pro-family. Will any of these things have a huge effect on the economy? Probably not, but do no harm is better than increase inflation. So if that's the choice, and this is not only coming from me, these are obviously my views on these things, but you can see lots of economists who have, from Goldman Sachs, among others, Nobel laureates, who have looked at their respective economic agendas and have basically said some version of Trump's would be bad, Harris's would be, and we don't really know.
Well, this is a good place. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, let me get
That's
this
it for
started.
this edition of the CNN Political Briefing.
Okay.
We want to hear from you. Is there a
We'll put this
question
in
you'd
the
like
back
answered
because
about
we're
this
not gonna
election
use it.
cycle? Is there
Yes,
a
Tay,
guest
go
you
ahead.
really want to hear from? Give us a call at 202-618-9460
That's Lenora.
or send us an email
That's it.
at cnnpoliticalbriefing@gmail.com. And you might just be featured in a future episode of the
That's
podcast.
it, baby.
So don't forget to tell
That's
us your
it.
name, where
Okay.
you're from, how we can reach you,
Yeah,
and
she
give
got
us
it.
permission to use the recording of the podcast.
We just working on
CNN
it.
Political Briefing is a
Ask
production
God,
of
give us
CNN
what
Audio.
we do to, we can handle
Our
the
senior
situation. When she goes off, she goes off.
Dan Green is our technical director.
And I'll be like, okay, gotta go because I have to give her my attention. Let her know that I'm here. You know what I mean?
Robert Mathers, John
And
Lenora,
you know,
Lenny Steinhardt,
a lot of
James
people that's
Andres,
disabled, they
and Lisa Navarro.
tend to
Special
be
thanks
overlooked,
to Katie Hinman.
and it's not
We'll
right.
be back with a new episode next Friday. Thanks so much for
You know what I
listening.
mean? Okay. It's about to get down and dirty in this thing right
This
here.
week on The Assignment with me,
Okay,
Audie
do I
Cornish.
have to talk
This
to
year,
this
Kamala
one?
Harris sorority
Nah,
launched
here
its
now.
first political action committee.
Let me get all these
What
things
role
out
will
of here
Black
right
Greek
now.
letter organizations
Oh,
known as the Divine Nine play in this election? Which voters can they turn out? And is this a turning point in their storied history of activism?
Let's
Listen
see.
to The Assignment with me, Audie Cornish, streaming now on your favorite podcast app.
I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, host of the Chasing Life podcast. While drug developers scramble to find the next new antibiotics to fight these so-called superbugs, there is a loose coalition of scientists who are now taking a different approach.
Okay, I think this is
These
the
are
one.
viruses that attack and eat
I pray.
cells like
I think it is.
A phage library.
The other one
Source
seems
phage
smaller.
within a day or two and have it
And
ready.
it is.
Listen to Chasing Life.
All right.
Tune now.
This is cooking
Wherever
real
you get your
good.
podcasts.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 6:57 p.m.
Okay, where can I put this so that it's all
Almost 7
fair?
o'clock. It's time to eat.
We've been taking The Assignment
Yeah.
on the road, filming interviews with people who find themselves in the heat of the election spotlight.
Right.
This is Rafi.
Hi, Rafi.
And this episode takes us to Georgia, and specifically Atlanta, a hub of historically Black colleges and universities and the social networks born from those campuses. The rise of Kamala Harris, a member of the oldest Black sorority in the country, has put the focus on the potential organizing power of these groups in a community, in a state Trump famously lost by 11,000 votes.
So when you start to talk about endorsing particular
I'm
candidates,
talking
you
about
also
this.
start to
Wait a
ostracize
minute.
those members
This.
who don't have an opportunity to
I cannot
support
see
the
the other
candidate
one.
of their choice through this organization.
Now.
And so it's a very delicate walk.
Okay. Let that cook. The meat is done.
This year, Kamala Harris's
Meat
sorority
is
launched
done.
its first
Fried.
political action committee. What role will the Black Greek letter organizations known as the Divine Nine play in this election? Which voters can they turn out?
I cook by
And
my
is this
smell.
a
I can
turning
taste
point in
it.
their storied
You know,
history of activism?
When I smell something, I
Audie
feel like I
Cornish,
can taste
and
it.
this is
Today
The
it was so
Assignment.
weird. I think it was weird. I was walking somewhere.
You wait
But they was cooking. It's like a factory,
for
cooking factory. And they was
We're
cooking.
at
It
the
smelled
West
so
Market
good.
Station.
We
I
are
was
truly
like,
downtown.
taste
We're
it.
truly
I was
downtown.
like, yo, that was good.
Well, not
I'm
downtown,
telling you.
actually.
I don't know
So we were in the West
if
End
that's, I
of
guess it is
Atlanta,
connected.
historic neighborhood,
So,
where lots
when I
of civil
smell
rights
something, I know
leaders
it's
have
good.
came and made their mark
It's
from
on.
all over the country. But we're in the
I
heart
don't know
of
if it's a
the
gift or
95th
is that a,
Congressional District that I'm honored
there ain't
to
no curse
represent,
to me.
serving in the
That's
legacy
what I'm saying.
of Ambassador Andrew Young and the
Oh,
late Thomas
yeah.
Douglas.
All right,
That's
yeah.
U.S. Representative Nikema
Nice
Williams.
and
We're
fried,
sitting
yeah.
in this abandoned parking lot, lined by a rusted-down chain-link fence. Across the street, the Atlanta MARTA station, with trains roaring past us every few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Looking down behind us, a bright painted mural with the words "Black Girl Magic" next to the face of a brown girl in pigtails.
Now, we're
This
going
is
to add
in
a
many
little
ways
water
the
to
heart of our
soften up the
district, which has
potatoes.
historic ties to the
It's
civil
cooking
rights
real
movement
good,
and peace
okay?
movement best known for church leaders. But most of the leaders were also members of Black Greek letter
Now, I just do a little
organizations.
bit by little
Martin
bit.
Luther
So
King,
okay.
Alpha Phi Alpha,
Soften up
John
like a little
Lewis,
turkey.
Phi Beta Sigma. And the fraternities and sororities that make up the so-called Divine
You
Nine
hear that
still
house
boast
sizzle?
influential
That's when
members
I know,
today.
okay, stop.
I am a
Right
member
there.
of the Alpha Beta
And
Omega
it's right
Omega
at the-
chapter of
Oh,
Alpha Kappa
yeah.
Alpha
Oh, my.
in South Fulton, right here in that Metro Atlanta area.
Ooh,
And we all have a service area where we do the work of civic engagement,
I
where
will
we are
take-
doing the work around
Yes,
economic empowerment.
yes.
Congresswoman Williams is not just
But
part of
it's
this
when
legacy.
it's
Her
on
husband
juices.
used to work for John Lewis.
And the
She cut
water
her
helps
teeth
it
campaigning
soften
for
up
people like
faster.
Stacey Abrams,
So that's
whose
why I
gubernatorial
fry it
run
first.
helped reshape Democratic
You know what
odds
I
in the
mean?
state.
So,
Stacey Abrams came
Okay.
onto the scene way
let the
before
cookies steam up.
the national politics realized who she was.
Go ahead,
But
get on there.
organizing here in Atlanta and
All right.
was a state rep and then became the minority leader, the first black woman to lead either chamber in the Georgia General Assembly, and found a way to tap into voters who were looking for someone who was willing to fight for them. And that's what I have learned, that voters want someone who will stand up and fight for them and fight for their rights and their freedoms. And that's what makes me so excited about the work that I'm able to do this cycle with my sorority sister at the top of the ticket, Kamala Harris, because she's fighting for those freedoms. And you hear a lot about the refrain around joy and bringing joy back to this work. And some people will push back and say joy doesn't pay the bills and joy doesn't pass policies. But joy is something that most Americans are looking for after 40 years of division in our political process.
So can I ask something bluntly, which is that I don't know if Democrats need help getting, for instance, college-educated black women to vote. Like when I
It's
think,
less about the communities that we serve.
yeah, so it depends on that. Because if you look at the demographics, black women, especially ones with college degrees, Democrats have that in the 70s, 80%, right? Registration.
I mean, that needs to be in the 90s.
Which are there other communities they need help with that Harris would need help with?
Absolutely. And I mean, it's the conversation around, it's not just if someone is going to show up and vote for Donald Trump, it is if they're going to show up at all.
But that's the point. There's working class voters, college educated voters, and there is a gap there, right? And
But I think you're missing what I'm saying when I'm talking about the communities that we serve. It's not our membership. There's a chapter that starts right here in the West End where we have children who might not even know that college is within their reach, even though the Atlanta University Center is in walking distance from here. And so those are the communities that we serve every day to make sure that every child growing up here in the West End understands that
This joy I have I make you the joy I have. You are the you. This joy I have. What it is to me. I said, what it is. Listen to the I said, what it is. Come on, I know how to have sex, but I know myself. All right. Yes. Now let me have fun. Yeah. It'll be done shortly. The vegetables cooking, potatoes cooking. I'm gonna have to put the bread in the oven, so let me preheat the oven. It's just a couple of rolls I'm gonna put in there. That's it. And that's it. And then my friends love to eat. What time is it? I don't know what time it is. Almost 7, I'm sure. In my neck of the woods. Hi, Tay. Hi, Tay. Really? That's it? Okay. Yeah. This water's hot. Oh, I got some too.
I seek to change that narrative by the work that we do in the communities every day. And I even encourage my sorority sisters and other Divine Nine members to, we have to look outside of the bubbles that we get to live in, because it is a privilege to live in this space. And so we have to understand that when we make it to certain points in life, there are a lot of other people that we have a responsibility to bring along with us.
I am interested in how Vice President Harris sort of changes the game name, so to speak,
Yep,
because
it's
of her
talking up real
affiliation
good. See that?
with AKAs.
Oh no, you
One
can't
of
see
the
it.
people we heard from was the former New
Sorry,
Orleans
right,
Mayor
right.
Mark
That's it.
Morial, and he
Okay.
said, I mean, people had a different
Okay.
feeling around Barack,
Let me
referring
at
to
least
Barack
taste
Obama.
one.
Barack was symbolic. Barack was
Okay.
not Divine
Test,
Nine. Barack
testing
was not
the
HBCU.
potato.
I have two ways of
I
thinking
still
about
think it
this.
should
One,
cook a little
that
bit
you,
more. I feel
despite
it.
all the numerous people who have been members of the Divine Nine, whether it's Thurgood Marshall or John
That's how I
Lewis,
taste my food. I smell
that
it
have
first and
this
then I taste it.
history. But in the end, the person who became the first
Okay.
African American president, biracial president,
I still think before I,
So,
eat it, I
what
still
does it
think I
feel
need to
like
add a little
now?
something.
I mean, does
So
it
check.
actually, do you feel a difference in
Okay.
energy or support or interest?
So I definitely have heard people saying that it feels Obama-esque, the organizing that is happening. But I feel something
Oh, this is
completely
good.
different on the ground
And
here,
the
especially
consistency
in
of the
battleground Georgia, where we
Daddy, I
have
did
the
it. Thank
largest
you,
consortium of HBCUs in the country. And all of these
Daddy, Daddy, you is a genius.
energy around
My
it.
father's a genius. Oh my Lord.
For one of your
Thank you, Daddy.
Vice
Yeah, he
President
was the
Kamala
cook for the
Harris
potatoes,
showed up
man.
at, I
I'm
guess,
telling
the
you.
sorority party.
Mommy
that are
has
actually
her
ruling
chicken.
doing the
My
service
daddy
work
has potatoes.
in our organizations. She showed up
Yes, I'll
as
take mommy's chicken.
understanding what she
and
was
my
walking
daddy's
into and
potatoes.
understanding the work
Yes,
that
Lord.
happens year round
You
in an
always used to
organization.
say, make sure that you
because
fry.
there was a
Yes.
struggle in winning over
Oh, he was
African
so proud
American
of me.
leaders, especially in the South, some in
Oh, yeah.
Congress.
I'm his
And it was a little
baby.
bit of like, who is this guy?
Okay.
And she, I mean, an HBCU alum, Howard University, and just all of the different connections make a huge difference because then she has these validators
That's
that
done.
are
Turn
out
this
there
off.
way before she
That's
has
done.
to enter a space.
We almost done now. Let me get these rolls going. You know.
And she, the fight that she has for HBCU,
Almost done, babe, Miss Lady.
Is this the beginning
Almost
of something,
done,
the
Miss
end
Lady.
of something, a turning point? And you think that the Divine Nine and its participation in this election, where do you see it?
Well, I think it is definitely the beginning of more people paying attention to the work that we're doing, especially now where so many of our Divine Nine organizations are starting political action committees so that they can endorse candidates and can be more engaged. I know that my sorority has an affiliated PAC that was just formed. I know that the men of Omega Psi Phi have an affiliated PAC that they have formed so that they can get more engaged. The men of Kappa Alpha Psi work with the Crimson PAC for cycle after cycle now, but it's not getting a lot of attention because that is not the main work that they're doing in the community, but it is new work that is definitely worth elevating because it is a difference that we can make when we're winning elections like we did in Georgia by only 11,780 votes. Then we know that every vote matters, and if we have trusted messengers for community, getting those people out will make a difference.
Fresh.
Williams, thank
I already
you so
had
much
one
for
today.
talking with us here.
That's it.
And
I'm a
for
miss
the season.
you know.
When we come back, a local
That's
member
it,
of
Tay.
AKA
Tay.
gone viral for her
Tay.
clever spin on a
That's
voter
it.
turnout campaign.
So I'm going to Alexa, turn the volume down to 2.
That's it. That's it.
See,
That's
Here in September.
it.
that's it, Tay. Tay. That's it. What I'm do is I'm going to open it up and
That's all about to change.
that's it, Tay. That's it. Yes, yes.
That's it.
And I'm going to put it in the air fryer.
A second look.
I'm gonna have a little butter on it. And I'll put it in the air fryer. Just let it toast a little bit. Just a little bit.
That's
So
it.
they have something. You know.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it, Tay. That's it.
You know, I can't explain the viral
That's it.
voter
That's
turnout
it.
That's
campaign,
it.
stroll to the
That's it.
polls, or even the
That's
origin
it.
of strolling
That's it.
better
That's
than
it.
AKA
That's
member
That's it,
Aisha
baby.
Land.
That's
So
it.
strolling
That's
is
it.
a culture that we do
All
in
right.
Black organizations that was
That's it.
actually created by
Okay.
That's it.
We used to call it
And I
party.
just spread it.
Choreography, you went to a party,
You know what I mean?
That's it.
That's it, Tay. So it could be like toasted on the inside.
It then became a fitness
You know what I mean?
opportunity as a dance
So it'll be melted butter.
Aisha Land grew up in
You
Atlanta.
know, toast
That's
it.
it.
She was a pastor
That's
at
it.
Rush
That's it,
Memorial
Tay.
Congregational
That's
Church,
it,
about
Tay.
a mile away from where we're
Yes,
sitting.
that's it.
Her mom was a longtime longtime city council member. In 2015, she was strolling in the national spotlight, kind of by accident.
When COVID hit, I couldn't open up dance studios. And I was watching just people on the internet, people online.
I've been cooking for an hour and 5 minutes. But this is our full meal: bread, starch, vegetables, and meat.
That's it.
That's a full meal.
That's it.
That's
I
it,
would
Tay.
literally have a free stroll class online in Facebook Live. And every weekend, the thing would be different.
So you're taking this choreography that's part of your culture, being in a sorority, and for you, again, this is part of your community. You're not thinking very much of it.
Not at all.
What happened when it kind of caught attention?
So when Kamala Harris became the first woman to receive the Democratic nominee for vice president, the thing that weekend was to celebrate her. I coordinated a class with each organization
Okay.
to teach the same stroll in a different
Now,
version. Then we decided
let's
we were
check
going
and
to
see what's
record it
going on over
to
there.
celebrate her
I got
nomination.
one rolling.
It
Let
was
me
also
check and see.
distinctive because, as you said,
Okay.
you know, these organizations, they have their own distinct traditions, right? Their distinct choreography. To come together is not all that common in these kind of everyday moments.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of different strolls. We have a very healthy competition.
Yes.
We're going to call it healthy competition, right? With one another, even though we serve some of the same support systems in our communities.
What this reflects is that unity is not so easy.
It's not.
Even within the sorority community, there are many political differences and sensitivities. What has it been like in this election year?
So, for the first time, and I can't say this, I'm only 50 years old. I turned half a century day before yesterday.
Okay.
For the first time,
Next.
I can remember in a very long time, for our people, stroll to the polls made celebratory, not obligatory.
I see.
Okay, let me make the
This
plates.
element, especially in the black community, you know, voting is our right, heritage, responsibility. It's hard fought.
Okay.
It is all work.
Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod. Felt the days where hope unborn and died. Right? It's this thing we carry like a cross, like Christ's cross.
Scoopies.
And
Okay.
stroll to the post,
This is for this.
breaking down
This is already
in
potato.
my
This
car
is the drink. Some
as I was at a voting
okay.
the
This
first
is
day of
looking lovely.
early
Okay.
voting,
Off.
and someone sent me a message
Okay.
with women from Florida walking through
Yeah.
the park. And of course, they,
Let
you
me
know,
check
these are
on the
older
other
members, and so they would just do the church to clap. You know, if you're a Baptist, you know what I'm talking about. The choir comes in, right?
Yeah.
It's I call it the every praise clap, right? But there were hundreds of women walking
Okay.
through the park and going,
I gotta do the other bread. I even opened that one up yet. Lord Jesus, I'm doing so many things all at once. Lord Jesus.
They were trying to reproduce what we were doing.
Lord Jesus.
They were singing
All
and
right.
cheering and going, and I really, for the first
Okay.
time, it hit me.
That's it.
We're about to change the world, sister.
Uh-oh, what's she saying?
Now, this is the most kind of romantic description of it.
Uh-oh.
And I want to ask the questions that are, you know,
That's it,
for
Tay.
instance, when it comes to Kamala Harris, she doesn't really need help winning over more black women, right? She doesn't.
Tell me more.
Because we have been hearing more about Trump curious voters, especially younger black voters, who don't feel the same allegiances to the institutions like black churches or Greek-led organizations.
Having my own conversations with my own
So is how
That's it, baby. That's two, that's three. Okay. That's it, Tay. Tay. That's it. Tay.
I am the daughter of
Okay.
an Democratic mother and a Republican father.
What a couple.
A father who shared black Republicans for a while. We are not monolithic. My younger members of my communities, I own a dance studio, and the people that I coach in pageantry, they come to me and they said, why would we vote? They were ambivalent
confused. We don't understand. They had so many issues and had either chosen to tap out or to vote independent because they just felt like this party system didn't serve them. They didn't understand the issues. They didn't understand the history. We make a lot of assumptions because as our generation, we were so entrenched in things.
Yeah, and
And it translated.
if you're 24, you have lived through the election of the first African American president. It's not
Yeah.
some faraway conceptual thing, and you don't necessarily, I would think, politically feel like you need to adhere to a group dynamic to be a political individual.
But I remember playing in my great grandfather's shoes and knowing him
All
personally.
this time it wasn't doing it.
I have never done anything to hurt violence, but from what I understand, what my grandmother's
That's not funny,
my
Tay.
grandfather's father was
But
a
I
slave.
can at least get
I knew someone whose parent was a slave.
my children
That context doesn't exist for them.
placed
Your own child
down.
is 24 in
Okay.
the way.
I remember as a child, right now, if you take this street, Lee Street, you turn into
Oh
Main Street.
God, that's spell that.
About 4 miles, there's a place called J.R. Crickets where all the black people go to have wings and have a great time. That used to be a Shoney's, and I remember going to the Shoney's on Saturdays or Sundays, and the Klan in full garb standing out and passing out pamphlets.
No, they not passing out no
Walk up
pamphlets.
to that Klans member and buy a
Looking all
pamphlet.
old
And I
and
went
stuff.
inside and sat at that Shoney's breakfast table, and my mother and I read
2
what was in
scoops
there
of the
and
potatoes.
had conversations about it because my mother taught me if you don't understand how other people think, you can never fight it. You can't fight an enemy you don't understand. And our children have not been connected to what that walk was.
So to your point about this, when you think about someone like your own child who's in their mid-20s, it also makes me think of the fact that at HBCUs, their voting rates lag behind
And the
white
scoop it
institutions,
is.
predominantly white
Oh, don't even
institutions.
take it.
Some
Lord
of
have
this
mercy,
stroll to the
Jesus.
poll
I
effort,
didn't
some of
take
this
it.
energy, is
Thank
it
y'all.
directed at women like
You know
you,
what I'm saying?
or is it directed at a different generation?
Gotta taste it,
When
make sure it
first was
tastes
created,
good,
it
right?
wasn't directed at anything.
Oh, that went in my
It
hand.
was
But now that it's a
celebration.
Okay.
movement,
But now
how are
that
you hoping to mobilize?
I am mobilizing young people. As a matter of fact,
Remember, I
the
smell it
the filming
first.
that we're doing this weekend has more younger people in it. Members of Clark Atlanta University's chapters or Richmond graduates from various colleges that have a younger appeal and a younger look. I think it's important to see that type of engagement. But at the same time, so we have 487,000 people in the state of Georgia between the
Okay.
ages of 18 and
This is what the
24.
plates look like.
Registered to vote and have only voted one time or never voted.
I know it's steamy, right?
18 to 24.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to not just get them registered, we have to motivate them to vote, and we have to educate them in why their decisions are important. And not just for this presidential election, because the people that impact your everyday lives are your local elections, and people don't vote in their local elections. I think what we have in this election is an opportunity to see ourselves for the first time in places that we never dreamed of seeing ourselves as women of color.
Does this require the Divine Nine or people who are in these organizations to start to believe that they can be politically active? You don't have to you don't have to back a candidate, but could these organizations be doing more and not just in the big election years?
So every year,
It looks good too.
For Alpha Kappa Alpha, I know for Delta Sigma Theta,
But they just started a political action committee, right? And they're not the only one. So clearly, there is a decision to be more active.
There's a
And was
decision
this
to
a long time coming? Did this take too long? How do you think
there's
about
a
it?
decision to be
And your food is coming too.
So
Okay.
you have to remember in politics.
That's it.
That's
it. You're gonna love it.
That's it.
That's it. Tay. You're gonna love it.
That's it.
That's it. Hour and 14 minutes. That's the longest video.
That's it.
Tay.
That's it.
That's it. Tay.
This is the
That's it.
That's it.
code.
Tay.
That's it.
That's it. Tay.
So what you do in order to mobilize for years
Lord,
African American silence.
That's it. Tay.
The tyranny that comes afterward when the cameras are gone.
That's it.
Nah.
So there have been conversations of, oh, we can't do this because we're not voting. Oh, but really, we got our
Oh,
representation
Corey.
That's it, Tay.
there are
That's it.
501c8s.
But you're
That's it,
saying
Tay.
there's a fear that we're
That's it.
vulnerable to political
Is
attacks.
that
if
good
we
for you
step
too?
up and our
Absolutely.
That's it.
These
That's
particular
it.
501s
That's
can
it.
endorse in state and
That's it.
federal
Tay.
elections.
Okay.
But
That's
we
it,
also
Tay.
have to
God is
remember,
great.
our organizations are
Everything
not
can.
monolithic. We
Right
have
here,
Democrats, we have Republicans, we have independents.
Amen.
So when you start to talk about endorsing
Hey.
particular candidates, you
That's
also
it,
start to ostracize those members
That's it.
That's it.
who don't have an opportunity to support the candidate of their choice in this organization.
That's it.
And so it's a very
Comes
delicate
mine.
walk.
Okay.
And I think a lot of times when you don't see that visibility, you see us more with voter registration, you see us more with those things that seem to be nonpartisan. It's because we have to balance the harmony of our membership as well. Right?
All right.
What does that look like?
Mine's
And
still
for the first
melted.
time in a long time, particularly as women of Divine Nine sororities, finding this balance, and I'm not speaking on behalf of my sorority or anybody's sorority, I'm speaking as Maisha and what I see. And I think that's
I'm
important.
gonna have the potatoes here.
So
And if they want
Georgia,
more, they can
people
have
think
more.
about it as a swing state now.
Mhm.
It could be very close. You
But
gave the data, right, about
This is
how
the
many
dinner for tonight.
potential voters could be out there that
This is
you could
what
bring
we
into the
have.
system. What are you
So if they
hoping
want
that this
more,
movement is
they can
for
have
Greek-letter
more.
organizations?
Now, me, I'm not
Is
putting
it
no
a
extra,
stepping up for a long-lasting
seasoning stuff.
movement?
I'm not doing
Is
that.
it just for this cycle?
I
What
am
would you
good
like to
with
see?
whatever there is.
A member of Sigma
You know what I'm
Gamma Rho,
saying?
a meeting that I was in, said
There we
something
go.
so profound that it has rested in my
So,
spirit. This young sister said,
there
we
we
are
go.
not apathetic about voting. We are ambivalent about it. Because I've watched you. We've watched you. We've watched you go and vote. We've watched you. And everything that you make happen for us
So, I'm gonna leave
in a
that there.
very short period of time,
With this one,
and we don't want to be a part of that. Why fight for something that's not going to be there?
now if I could find the
How
top
do we make this
to this
so
meat thing, it'd be
that
wonderful.
what matters and it sticks? Because everything you all fight for us, we fight and we fight and we fight and we're tired.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
They are
That's
emotionally tired.
That's
Watching us fight and not
That's it.
experiencing their own pain, but watching
That's it.
their mothers and grandmothers fight
Okay.
and lose
Dinner
and
is
having that
served.
sense of
Dinner is
mourning,
served.
knowing that the women that fight for us
Woo.
can't really change it in their opinion.
Okay.
So does the fight
Okay.
really matter? And I say to them,
All right, y'all.
it matters.
Here it is. An hour and 18 minutes. Okay. That's what it is.
We need you.
Oh,
Hold the
is
line.
it slipping?
We need you. Because
Now, we
it's
do
just
have
like
pork
car
chops.
maintenance. You can drive
But
your
I think
car,
they
but
tired
if
of
you
the
don't
pork
put oil
chops.
in it, you don't
What
put
if they
gas in
want
it,
a piece
you don't
now?
maintain it, eventually the
You
car
know,
stops working.
I
That is
was
what
trying to
voting
see if
is.
I could
It
hold
is a
off.
maintenance
They want
of
more
the
meat.
vehicle
We
that you
cut the
have
thing
to
in
make
half.
differences in your
So
community.
we all have a piece of
Hold the
pork chop.
line. Maintain it. We
Because,
need you,
child,
young
that's
people.
all pork chop.
Men, we need you. Women, we need
Okay.
you. And we can't do this alone.
Chicken pork
As
chop,
Divine Nine sororities, as
vegetables,
Divine
and
Nine
potato.
fraternities,
Boy, we ought to go to bed
do
real
not
early
abandon us.
tonight. And
But as you join us in our
roll.
fight, you have to understand that you have to
Okay,
stay in the
sweet.
fight for us, not just when it feels good for you to look good and say, look, I'm allying with the African American community or the woman community. You have to stay in the trenches.
All right,
And
now.
that's what I say. Stay in the trenches. We need you.
Family, dinner is served. Family, dinner is served. Family, dinner is served.
That's Maisha Land of Atlanta. And
So let
we
me put all this
decided
stuff
we
away.
need you to help us with
Put
this
that back
season's
where it
episodes on the
belongs.
road. Where would you like us to visit next? Call and leave us your assignments. The number is 202-854-8802. This episode of the show, a production of CNN Audio, was produced by Grace Walker, Graylin Brashear, and Osmond Noor.
You
Our
like it?
senior producer is Matt Martinez. Support for the assignment on the road this week came from Dan DeZula, our technical director.
You
Also,
happy?
special thanks to senior
happy?
photojournalists Michael
Yes or
Calloway
no?
and Rafael Rodriguez,
That's
as
it,
well as
Tim?
our video editor, Isaac Ewert.
That's mine.
Steve Lichtai is executive producer of CNN Audio. We also had support from Haley Thomas, Dan Bloom, Alex Manasseri, Robert Mathers, John Dianora, Lenny Steinhardt, Jameis Andrews, Nicole Pesseru, and Lisa
All
Namara.
right.
Special
Now, if I
thanks
can
to
find the
Katie
top.
Hinman, Lonnie Cornish, and Sadie.
Oh,
They say
I'm
opposites
sorry.
attract. That's why the Sleep Number Smart Bed is the best bed for couples. You can each
You
choose
ain't
what's
gonna
right
eat
for you,
that?
whatever you like. You like a bed that feels
Oh.
firm, but they want soft. Sleep Number does that. You want to sleep cool while they like to feel warm. Sleep Number does that too. You have to feel it to believe it. Find the bed that's for both of you, only at a Sleep Number store. Sleep better together. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in the store. And now, Sleep Number Smart Bed starting at $999. Prices higher in the last bid variety. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Only at a Sleep Number store.
If y'all want more, you know, we got some left here.
I wanted to share an important story that I reported on recently for CNN. As you probably know, antibiotic resistance is a growing problem around the world. It's been that way for decades. While drug developers scramble to find the next new antibiotics to fight the so-called superbugs, there's a big coalition of scientists who are now taking a different approach. In a sense, what they're doing is pitting humankind's
Tomorrow we're gonna have
microscopic
some
enemies against each other.
All right.
Viruses
Chat with y'all later.
versus bacteria. And they're not just any viruses. Researchers are talking about